So hey guys, just on the Peach Momoko front because it's happening right now, and I can't even get my notes together fast enough to do the report because it's a little crazy, and I don't want you to get your heart racing or nothing, but this is what's going on. Um, what I was going to report was that you could have picked up a Yoda 9.2 for $60, but that sold out. And then the moment after that sold out, I was going to report to you that you could get a Red Sonja number 20, Red Sonja number 1 for $20 from Peach Momoko, and then that sold out. So Frankie's Comics is the way that these comics are coming out now, because they're all variant comics, and this is just the way that variant comics are done. If you have any questions about how variant comics are produced or made, look at Simple Man's Comics yesterday, where Frankie from Frankie's was on the video explaining specifically about Peach Momoko, how these variants are made, and a variant that was coming out, and it's a Thor variant. And what it is Peach Momoko has done a cover for Thor that is the Beta Ray Bill. I don't remember what issue, but it's the Beta Ray Bill. But it's Beta Ray Bill. It's the Beta Ray Bill crashing through the Thor logo with the hammer, but it's Thor instead of Beta Ray Bill. It's done by Peach Momoko. There's not a lot of color in this. It looks like a really well done. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So Frankie said that he announced this on the show. You can see on, I don't even know if they have a picture on the show. They might have a picture on the show, but you can see it. You could probably see it on Facebook. That's where I found it. But this, I'll link what I found on eBay. So Frankie's come out and says, I have this. He announces I'm going to have this. It's only mine. I commissioned it. And then all of a sudden there's one on eBay. And it's CGC graded, and somebody bought it, quote unquote, somebody bought it for $123. Now, so this stuff it's nutty. And this is how it's happening. Like Frankie announces something, and then if Frankie's Comics is amazing and they are on the top of the wave right now, and on the other side of the wave. They know it's coming. They are on top of it. Okay, so detracting nothing from Frankie's Comics, but it almost feels like, so an announcement is made that this Thor comic is going to be made available. We don't know when. Be patient. Be quiet, and when it's ready, I will tell you. And he's been excellent about that. But then on eBay, all of a sudden, that comic book is for sale in a 9.8, and somebody bought it for $123. I've linked the sale below. I don't think that sale's real. I think somebody pulled it. I don't know what happened, but I think maybe, I don't know what the hell happened. I didn't look into it that hard. But it's not the first time it's happened. This happened before with the Yoda and the Ray and one other, where, and then the Doctor Tomorrow. All of them are kind of happening this way, where you'll catch rumor of somebody from either Peach Momoko herself or from the retailer. You'll catch wind that they're releasing a Peach Momoko. And then they'll say we're releasing at a certain date and a certain time. You're like, okay, I'm ready. And then all of a sudden, it's available in other avenues and other places, and you got to go grab it there. Or just wait patiently, but you're talking about 300 worldwide, 500 worldwide, 200 worldwide. So you don't want to sit around and wait on this at all. If you're going to get in the game, if you want to play this game. And if you like her work. If you don't like her work, don't play the game. I love her work. I'm addicted to her work. And there is an addiction there. There's an addiction there. Trust me. So that happened. Okay, and I was like, okay, well, a lot of hullabaloo. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna be a good customer. I'm gonna wait for the release of Frankie's comic book, and I'm gonna buy it from Frankie if I'm gonna get it from anywhere. Okay. Then, same night, last night, there is a hint of a rumor that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ronin number 1 is going to have a Peach Momoko variant. And that comes up in the discussion, and it's confirmed that yes, there will be a Ronin number 1, and I think it's coming out in April. April? Something January, February, March, April. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. But there was a date thrown out there. I thought it said April. And they were talking about when it was going to be available at Frankie's. And then all of a sudden, and I did this video right when I heard this. When I read this, I just started doing the video because I was like, this is going to change in a minute. Somebody's already selling those. I don't even know who. I don't know where. I'll figure out who it is and where they are, and maybe I'll do something on Instagram or something. I don't know. But apparently, the Peach Momoko, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Ronin 1 are currently available somewhere. And Frankie's even confirms it that, yes, these were I don't even know if he uses the word leaked, because I don't know who paid for these. Whoever paid for these has the right to do whatever they want for them. Whoever paid Peach Momoko to do a cover for whatever comic book that they bought the license to do, whatever she was able to do, those comic books are owned by that person who bought that thing. So they can do whatever they want with them. So there's no point in getting upset. It is frustrating that you have to work so hard to get these, but it's part of the game. And if it wasn't frustrating and difficult, then I might not even be in the hobby, because I love the hunt, and the hunt is always there. It never goes away. It's every day there's something to hunt in comic books, especially even when the market was down, we were hunting stuff. But so now there's more. There was a comic book called Cold Dead Hands. Number 1 came out in a metal that Peach Momoko did. Now that sold out I don't even know when it was available. I don't even know when it sold out, but that was through Hive Comics. I'll link them below. That came and went. Maybe 30 were available in the metal. There might be more available later, but there were only 30 available in the sale. I believe Hive paid for that comic to be done, and they are at some point going to be releasing the trade and the Virgin on that comic, which should have the same cover. That's what they do. They just take that one piece of art that they did, and they do a Virgin, they do a trade, and they do a metal, or they do something else, a sketch, something. Now that she's really blowing up. So that metal came and gone, and it's not even on the secondary market. You cannot find it. It's gone. So we're waiting for the trade and the Virgin to come out on that, and we know what that looks like. We also got, if you go on my Facebook, maybe I'll link my Facebook below, because it's a pain in the butt, but all of this is going on Facebook, and you have to go on Facebook. It's like your grandparents had this awesome comic book collection, and they're only selling it on AOL, and you got to go to AOL and do it. It's exactly what it's like. So on Facebook, you can follow me, and all my the only thing that's on my Facebook is my videos and comic book deals. A lot of Frank Gogol, a lot of Peach Momoko. So there is a No Heroine from Frank Gogol, number 2 coming out. Now, number 1 came out in a metal, and that sells for like some crazy amount of money now. I'm going to say between $200 and $600. I wouldn't be surprised if you can get it for $200, but I think I've seen it sell for $600. Insane. It's just ridiculous. So, No Heroine number 2 from Frank Gogol is coming out. Peach Momoko is doing a cover for that. She's going to open up with a metal that's going to be available through, who told me about that? Frankie's Comics. And one more part of that. So it's going to be available through Frankie's Comics. If you go to Frankie's Comics, find their Facebook page, and you'll see this cover. It's insane. It's insane. It's really, really, it's awesome. It's really cool. Probably her coolest piece of work so far. It's awesome. That's coming out. And people are making these dates like, oh, the end of July, the end of June, and then boom, it's out. And then it's already in the secondary market. There are no dates for these things. You just have to watch every day. So the other thing that's happening too is that Frankie's has some deal with Golden Apple Comics. Now I love both these stores. I love them. If they didn't exist, I probably wouldn't have a show. But Frankie's keeps doing this thing where they're like, look, this is our comic book. This is when this comic book is available. Sit tight. Here it comes. Be ready. And we'll get it done. And then, oh, Golden Apple has it. What? Yeah, Golden Apple has it right now. Right now you can get it at Golden Apple. Well, how much? $20 right now. Oh, shit. There's only 200 to 300 of these, so, you know, you want to be a good consumer to a certain, you want to be a good customer, but there's only 200 or 300 of these. So you run over to wherever the hell you can get them and you grab them, because that's how limited these are, and then they're gone, they're gone. And I should just do a video of comic books you can no longer get anymore. Comic books that once existed that aren't existed on the second market anymore. They're just gone. They're gone now. Maybe they'll come back sometime. Maybe they'll totally lose value and just be like, you know, Darker Image #1. You know, who knows? Who knows? But this is what's occurring right now as we speak. So, the good news is right now, although that Yoda just disappeared and that Red Sonja disappeared, what you can still get is, and I've linked it below, if you go to Golden Apple Comics, you can get Batman Continues Adventures #1 and Batman Continue Adventures #2 in the trade, signed for $30. Now that is an incredible deal. Her signed signature, her signature is going nuts right now. Go to eBay and look at how her cards are selling, her signed cards. Maybe I'll link some below, but they're getting nutty. So her signature is getting nutty now. $35 for these comic books make no sense. Everybody skipped them. Like, so, you know, the Virgin sold out, the trade sold out, but the signed trade for $10, $15 more, just sitting out there on both of those. You can also take advantage of Dr. Tomorrow, the Virgin variant, signed for $35. Still available right before I did this. So go and check that out. I'll link it below. The other things, the other things you could take advantage of are if you go on eBay, put in Peach Momoko and put on what's selling, all the high dollar stuff is going, but everybody is grabbing that low hanging fruit. And the low hanging fruit are, apparently I didn't realize this, I apologize. She did 2 Captain Marvel covers. There's 2 out there. I thought there was only 1. One has a Virgin variant of her standing. That one, I mean, these are comic books. There are a couple of comic books out there, including Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, her Captain Marvel, her Doctor Strange, there's like 2 or 3 others that, her Strange Academy in some cases, her, Batman Continues, like, there's low-hanging fruit. And the low-hanging fruit is getting picked up quick. I went to, at one point, I didn't realize I had done this, but I had put in, show me the lowest, you know, I went in, Peach Momoko sold lowest first. Page upon page, like 2-3 pages of sales under $10. People are just eliminating that low-hanging fruit that's really been out there for a long, long time. And then they're picking off, the ones that they're picking off on the top are, Double Trouble, that weird title. What the hell is that title? That X-Men title that just is like, if this thing even still exists, I'd be amazed. Apocalypse and the Extras. It's like a band. I have no idea what the hell that is. But Double Trouble, Disaster Inc., Apocalypse and the Extras are all the ones that are like in that $40-$50 range that everyone's grabbing right now. So what I think I wanted to do, you know, what's your best bet out there? What are the ones that, because not all these are going to do great. And again, it's a market. You might hate the fact that it's a market. You might hate the fact that there are variants out there. You might hate the fact there are people like me who work the market, who take my comic books and one day hope to sell them for more than I purchased them for, who enjoys the comic books, but damn it, I wouldn't be into it if they weren't worth money. I'm sorry. But this is just you have to the ones that you can take advantage of right now are the ones that I mentioned, the ones that are signed out there for $35 and $30. That is just silly, silly. The other ones that I'm seeing are Horizon number 390, Horizon, the new Horizon one, Horizon or whatever it is. You'll see it out there. I've linked it below. It's at $3.99. That is one of the last ones that you can buy for $3.99 and turn around and sell it for $16. You used to be able to do that with the Blackwood one, and that one is now, you can't find it on the. It's all completely sold out, and now it sells for at least. I've been looking at ones at $10, and I'm like, even though I've already got two at. I bought two at $3 and some odd cents, and I keep seeing them at 10, and I almost want to pull the trigger on another one because that series. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that series, but that's probably one of the most imaginative series out there, and the artwork prior to Peach Momoko getting involved blows away her stuff. That stuff is insane. That stuff's like the most black, trippy, neon light stuff I've ever seen. I love it. It's crazy. When I saw what Blackwood was, Blackwood the morning after, I was like, whoa, this is something we should all probably be paying attention to. It's not the fact that Peach Momoko did a cover. This series looks really awesome. But yeah, so that's when you can get in at $3.99. I see that selling for $12 to $16. And then just those, and then if you can find, this one was available. I'm gonna try to find it and I'll link it below. But Arrow, her Arrow number one, that one sold out. Like that was available forever, and then it disappeared, and now it's selling for like $15 to $20. Her Sabrina, and then these have just disappeared. I had a list here: Mercy, Red Mother, and then Clock. I'll link Clock. Clock is still a great deal. You can still get Clock at $20, $25, and then that one is selling at, it's literally selling for $40 to $50. That's buy it for $20, sell it for $40. That's what people are doing right now. Red Mother is gone. Mercy is gone. Mercy was selling for $30. That has ended. That comic now sells for $128 in a 9.8. No, 9.6. 9.6 was $128 on Mercy. Red Mother you could have gotten for $20. That's gone now, selling for $40 to $60. Clock still available. I'll link it below. $20, $40 to $50 on the secondary market. Sabrina's disappeared. I had a feeling about that one. I did not know why. There was something very limited about that book. I don't know if it was the print run or if it was just a one-shot. There was something about that book, and it was available for $19.95. I got mine at $19.99. It's sold out, and now it's going for about $35. I don't know what's up with that comic book. And then Wynd. If you can get, I'll link Wynd. The Wynd series, I don't know. The Wynd series sounds very woke to me personally, and it sounds very woke to me. But it's doing great. You know, people are buying it, and the covers look great. I don't know. You know, maybe there's got to be a line between social conscious and woke. You know, it can't just be everything woke. Everything, you can have some social consciousness in your comic book and still have a good story without it being woke. So maybe that's what Wynd is. But those comic books are selling great. I'll link that below as well. I think that's it. I mean, I could go on forever here. I think that is it. I'm going to do some more research on it. This felt rushed. I just wanted to get that information out there because now it just feels like there's this push. And that Thor cover is coming out. Look for this Ronin 1, which I don't think I linked in my show. I linked like 3 or 4 Ronin 1s in my show, but I didn't notice that any of them were Peach Momokos. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna stay on it. I don't know if something else happens today, I'll report it. But yeah, this is how these things are happening. So yeah, just trying to make sure you guys have the info. So if you're looking for anything particular, maybe just leave a note in this video, and I'll see what I can find. And I'll link everything I talked to about below. But hopefully I didn't babble on too much. And if I find out anything else, I'll give you another shout here in a little bit, guys. Thanks very much.